Hey everybody, it's the Muppet Spectacular! Yay! Yeah, okay, sorry about that. Anyway guys, I'm here to review The Muppets, which came out in 2011. Jason Segel might have directed it, I know he wrote it, he had a lot to do with this film. You know, the Muppets. I mean, you guys know the Muppets, right? Do I really need to introduce them? Now, I'll admit, I didn't really grow up with all the Muppets movies. Like, I didn't see all of them growing up. I didn't see, you know, the show was old. The show was before my time. But I grew up loving the Muppets nonetheless. I mean, you know, we had Sesame Street, which those are different Muppets, but they're still the same Muppets. I used to watch Sesame Street a lot. And we also had, anybody remember the Muppet Babies cartoon? I used to watch that cartoon all the time. I was very, very young. I was like, what, 3, 4 when I used to watch that, but I still remember watching that show. Yeah, so every time I see these characters, even if I haven't seen all the movies they were with, even if I might not have grown up with them as much as others, I still remember these characters from my childhood. I still love these characters. And if you're anything like me, I have this feeling that people born in the 90s and before are just very nostalgic about a lot of things. Like, I mean, even people born in the 2000s will probably be that way pretty soon, but I feel like we're nostalgic about a lot of the stuff that we grew up with, because we're not old, well, at least 90s people aren't, but we're kind of seeing that the stuff that we grew up with is becoming older, and it's just always great to see that stuff pop up again later in your life, like Toy Story 3, which came out 2 years ago, and then Winnie the Pooh even, which came out last year, and the Muppets now, you know, it's just one of those things that really just reminds you of your childhood. Anyway, the basic plot is we have Walter, who's a Muppet, then Gary, played by Jason Segel. He's Walter's brother. I don't know what his mom was doing, but it is what it is. Yeah, basically they're both big Muppets fans, and they're planning on going to Los Angeles, really for Gary's anniversary with his girlfriend, Mary, played by Amy Adams. And anyway, Walter tags along because he's such a big Muppets fan, and the Muppets are in Los Angeles. But then we find out that the Muppets are has-beens, you know, their days are done. Basically, Walter, Jason Segel, they're trying to get the Muppets back where they used to be. That's really all I'm going to say about the story, because you can see the movie yourself to really know where it goes. But I can definitely tell you guys that I love this movie. I had a lot of fun watching this film. This was just a very fun movie for all the reasons I stated previously. Just seeing these icons from your childhood, you know, seeing these classic icons return when they haven't really been in stuff for a while. It's just very nice, you know. We have Kermit the Frog, we have Gonzo, we have Fozzie Bear, we have Miss Piggy, you know, Animal, just all these characters, the chef, characters that people just know and love and will always love. Jim Henson just created a world of just these fantastic characters, not just the Muppets, but the Sesame Street Muppets as well. I mean, these characters are just so beloved and so memorable, you know. It's just great to see them in 2011 or even now 2012. Throughout much of this movie, I just really had a kind of big goofy smile on my face because I was just enjoying seeing these guys again. This movie really had a kind of old school feel to it, which not only came from the Muppets being in a film, but it just had that kind of look to it, you know? I liked all the cast. I mean, obviously the Muppets themselves. Jason Segel, I liked. Amy Adams, I liked them both. One of the common criticisms of them in this film, though, is that they seemed like they were trying to be Muppets as well, like live action Muppets, and that's definitely true, but I don't know, I didn't really mind it. It's like, I'm not always a fan of singing in films, but I love Disney movies, and I love, you know, I love like old Disney sing-alongs and stuff like that, and I don't know, whenever characters like this, like cartoons and stuff, or Muppets, whenever they sing, I always like that, and, you know, I didn't really mind the musical numbers. I thought they were entertaining, they were fun. And I like how they even poke fun of themselves at times. I really like all the songs in this film. There was not one song I didn't like. I really like Man or Muppet, which actually won the Oscar. There were a lot of other songs that I just really, really enjoyed. And they were just a lot of fun to listen to. I actually really like the character Walter as well. I was kind of wondering how I would like him. I did like him, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in more Muppets movies. This movie is laugh out loud funny at times. It's not always laugh out loud funny. Like, some of the jokes might be a little flat here and there, but overall I thought it was a very funny film. One of the complaints with this film also is that the film references itself a lot, and I can kind of, I mean, that kind of is a flaw for me too. Like, I thought that a lot of those jokes were funny, but part of the greatness about film, I think, is when it doesn't reference itself so much and just kind of leads you to believe that you're really transported into this world and that you're not in real life. So that's a little bit of a flaw, but not really, because it didn't really bother me that much. Ultimately, the way this movie ended, I won't spoil it, but it was very heartfelt, just very well done. You know, and I'm definitely looking forward to a sequel. I think this movie did pretty well at box office, and I'm definitely excited for another Muppet movie. Hopefully they can maybe improve on some of the flaws of this one and really make another classic Muppet film, but this is definitely a way to start to get them back on the map. So all that said, I'm going to give the Muppets an A-. I know some of you guys are probably saying that I throw out a lot of A's and A- and A+, but there were just really a lot of really good movies in 2011 last year. You know, I'm still seeing a lot of them, and I see movies I want to see typically, but all these movies have been really, really good, so I'm very happy about that. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments, who's your favorite Muppet? Mine is personally Kermit the Frog. You know, the guy just has so much heart. He's such a natural kind of leader, very inspiring. I mean, honestly, he is inspiring, and he's also green. Anyway, guys, take care. Hope you have a good day. This is Lance from CinematicGalaxy, signing off.